The following is a production of Learfield Sports.
The Badger Hockey Digest, presented by Charter Communications.
Hi, welcome to the Badger Hockey Digest, brought to you by Charter Communications. I'm the radio voice for Wisconsin hockey, Brian Posick, joined by head coach Mike Eaves. The Badgers have won 3 in a row. They're at 500 overall and wrap up the regular season this weekend at Minnesota. But Mike, your club's coming off the first road sweep of the year. You beat Bemidji State back-to-back nights, 4-2. I know on Friday you had a 3-goal second period that lifted your club, and then you battled back on a couple of occasions on Saturday to get the sweep. Nice job.
It was a good weekend for our young lads in terms of finding out what it takes to win on the road. We haven't had too many victories on the road, and to go into Bemidji, especially where their home record is excellent, and it's a tough place to win. I know that CC went in there and got beat a couple times, and it's a tough building to play in. They play hard. They're a quick team. Their goaltending is good, and to go in there and get a couple of victories, it was a big thing for our club coming down the stretch here.
Yeah, to win Friday is one thing, to win back-to-back games is another, but you were able to do that on Saturday. Brad Navin scores a goal, Sean Little scores his first goal as a Badger, and then your All-American defenseman gets the game winner early in the third on a power play where he had that seeing-eye laser that he normally has.
It was an interesting game because after the first period, we had lost our captain, John Ramage, to a penalty, and we walked into the intermission after the first period. We talked about, okay, here's the riddle. How do we win this game without John? And every game is a riddle, and there's no textbook answer, and you have to go about it and kind of figure it out. And we got a big goal by Brad Navin and a first goal by Sean Little, and there's part of the answer right there. And then Justin came up with a big-time shot from the blue line with Michael Merce standing right in front, and we were able to get an empty netter. So there was the answer to the riddle, having some guys step up in the absence of John and get the job done. And you're not down in the locker room after the games, Brian, but you could sense it on the bus. There's nothing sweeter than winning on the road, and sweeping on the road is even better.
Yeah, Michael Merce had an empty net goal on Saturday, and he does so many things in front of the net. I mean, he could have so many assists, yes. and basically they are assists just by blocking the eyes of the goaltender.
I think Justin would be the first one to tell you that there's an unsung assist that goes with Michael. He pays a big price. He's a big body, and one of the things that big body can do is get on top of the crease and screen that goalie. And as good as young goalies are, if they can't see the puck, it's tough to stop.
It was nice to have Jefferson Dahl back in the lineup, too, this past weekend. He had a couple of assists on Saturday. He's kind of like a coach on the ice, isn't he?
He is. He's a very intelligent hockey player. He makes up for he's not as big physically as some of our other guys, definitely like Brendan Woods, but he makes up for his lack of size with his intelligence and his diligence on the ice.
And both your goaltenders played pretty well. Landon Peterson Friday, Joel Rumpel on Saturday.
It was good. Got them both in there. We weren't sure if Mr. Rumpel was going to be able to play, but his recovery from his injury got healed quick, and we were able to get him back in there on Saturday.
All right, so the Badgers in 9th place now in the WCHA with 2 games to play against a team that's looking for the McNaughton Cup. We'll preview the Badgers and the Gophers coming up on the Badger Hockey Digest.
Charter built this facility on the international date line to literally have one foot in the future and bring you technology like the Charter Bundle, the most powerful internet, TV in HD, and Charter phone. And if you sign up today, yesterday where you are, there'll be a $200 credit waiting for you in the future.
Well, Wisconsin heads to Minneapolis, Mariucci Arena, to take on the Minnesota Golden Gophers, who've won 23 games. They're ranked 4th in the country, and they sit atop the WCHA standings by 2 points over Minnesota Duluth. Chance for the Badgers to spoil the Gophers' McNaughton Cup party, but that's not what's first and foremost on your mind. Continuing to play well heading into the playoffs, right?
What you just mentioned could be a byproduct of us playing well. That's not a thought process that we go into in dealing with our daily thought process of controlling what we can. We're playing some good hockey right now. We need to practice this week and get ready to play in the same fashion that we have. We have one of our favorite quotes is, confidence comes from the stem, or from the fact that you win, you go back to work and you win again. And so that's our mindset this week, coming into practice and getting ready to go up and play in Minneapolis.
Yeah, the Badgers split with the Gophers earlier this season at the Kohl Center. You played one of your best games when you beat them 4-1. You just kind of took it to them and used that zone-to-zone mentality, it seemed.
Yeah, we played well on Friday night, and I think we deserved the game. And then Saturday night, it was 1-1 late, and we turned the puck over, and they ended up winning. But, you know, we were there in both games, and they're a team that skates very well. We know that. They have good players. We're playing well, and I think that we'll put together a little bit of a game plan and go up there and see if we can execute it.
Yeah, Minnesota has Nick Bugstad, who has 23 goals, Kyle Rao, one of the best freshmen in the country, and Kent Patterson, who may be the first-team all-conference goaltender. He's tough to solve, isn't he?
We've seen him evolve over the years, and he's gotten better as a young goaltender. He's got that senior confidence in the net. And once again, like all goaltenders, we need to get some bodies at the net, take his eyes away, get some pucks and rebounds, and make it real difficult for him to make easy saves.
Yeah, Mike, when you win, people believe, okay, you're playing some pretty good hockey. Are you playing your best hockey right now?
We believe so. As a group, as a unit, there's a certain level of confidence. And that confidence comes from the fact that we're getting rewarded with some wins. We've played some good hockey and not found ways to solve that riddle that we talked about earlier. But here recently we found that the win over Denver was a big confidence boost, and going on the road. So there's that level of confidence that keeps rising here, and we've got another neat challenge. But I think we have some confidence in our hip pocket, and we're looking forward to the challenge.
And the Badgers took 3 of 4 points in Minneapolis from the Gophers last year. You've played pretty well in that building.
We have. We have a history of doing pretty well, and you know, we hope that continues. And that's going to be based on how we play. If we stick to our game plan, and our kids can continue to play with the confidence they have right now.
All right, you can watch the Badgers and the Gophers this weekend, Friday night, tape delayed on Fox Sports Wisconsin, Saturday Night Live. You can also listen on the Badgers Sports Network. Join us next weekend for the Badger Hockey Digest, brought to you by Charter Communications.